Okay, so this is part 4 of my review of the Honda CRF250L Enduro. First, I want to notice that it's Michigan, it's snowing, it's January 21st, 2013, and well, this is what I look like right now. It will ride through anything. The fuel injection is amazing. It starts up first click of the button. No problems. Let it warm up a minute. Once again, those DOT approved tires are not the greatest in the snow, let alone the sand or anything else. I did notice, I had it up for a big ride about 2 weeks ago. It wasn't so snowy in Michigan. I took it up 166 miles, a little bit of back road, a little bit of dirt road, and about 30 miles of two-track DNR trails, state game area, federal land, that sort of thing. And it performed fine. There were some spots where I got into a sandy washout that it just didn't have the power to climb the steep hills. It just wouldn't do it. Between the DOT tires, it just don't have the grip. They buried themselves, and it just doesn't have the torque to just keep it spinning at a good RPM. And on top of that, it's 320 pounds plus my 260 pounds. Isn't the greatest combination. So, another downfall I noticed, the seat. I mean, it's a dirt bike, so you don't expect to spend a lot of seat time on it. Well, I rode 50 miles one way just to ride some trails and then ride 50, 60 miles back. And my ass the next day felt like I was riding a horse. I mean, I had saddle sores, and it was not pleasant. So I'm definitely, if I'm going anywhere more than maybe 50 miles round trip, I'm going to trailer it. It's fun to play around on the two tracks and the back roads and that sort of thing, but for long distance, I mean, I 166 miles. I am not going to do that again if I can help it. Back to the fuel mileage, I'm still getting 50 to 52 with it. I wish the gas tank was a little bigger because it's 2 gallons. And that's fine if you trailer it somewhere and ride a trail and then fill up, then ride another trail. But I rode up there, and I had to fill up. I had to get gas twice. Once when I left my town, once when I got up there, and then one more time on the way home. So 3 times total, but the first was just an initial fill up. And yeah, that was kind of annoying because I'm in the middle of the woods, and all of a sudden went down to 2 bars of fuel, 2 out of 5 or 6. I don't remember what the full is, but 2 bars of fuel left. I'm thinking, oh shit, I hope I find my way out of here before I run out of fuel. So, wish I had a little bigger tank. Mileage, 52 to the gallon. It's about the average of any normal street bike these days, unless you're riding a moped. First thing I'm going to do when I'm at my 600 miles right now, so I got to take it in once this weather clears up, because I mean, it's 20 degrees and snowing outside. So, I got to take it in for its initial checkup, get any clutch adjustment, valve adjustment, initial oil change, that sort of thing, and do it at the dealership. I'm going to have them, first off, get some bark busters on this. I'm afraid of breaking those clutch levers or smashing one of those mirrors, and that doesn't sound cheap. I mean, I'm sure those mirrors are kind of expensive from Honda. Get some bark busters on it. But then my next priority is definitely need some better tires. I want to run these until they're bald, because I mean, I paid for them. They came with the bike. I want to get my money's worth out of them, but once I have the money, I'm going to go to some Michelin T63s. I've heard some good things about them, and they run about $160 for a pair. That's not installed or anything. That's if I buy them off like motorsport.com or J&P Cycles or DennisKirk.com. But I want to get the Michelin T63s. I've heard some good things about those. But I would like to do the performance pack, the exhaust, the EFI tuner, head pipe, and the 13-tooth sprocket. Now, there's been some controversy about you're going to a smaller front sprocket. Sure, that'll give you more low-end torque, but what's your top-end speed on the highway? People are worried about, well, yeah, it's great to have the more power, but you still got to be able to get up to 70. Well, from what I've read, did a lot of research on it, finally found some people that confirmed that if you do the exhaust and the EFI tuner, the fuel injection tuner, along with that sprocket, your top end speed is still faster than stock, just based on the power you get. Even though, yes, you gear it down, but you get so much more power with that kit that it will be faster than stock. You can pull 80 mile an hour. So I've had it, like I said, top speed downhill with a tailwind. I did hit 80, but that was downhill for a while. It averaged about 73 when I was coming home from my long trip. It was so bitter cold because it dropped down to about 45 on the ride home. It started to get dark on me, and I was so freezing that I just took the freeway and I just punched it. I just held it wide open for about 40 miles, and the thing held up. I mean, it didn't blow apart on me because it doesn't really wind out. It just runs out of power. It doesn't wind up. Doesn't feel like it's going to blow apart. It just like there's nothing left. So, performing in the snow, in case anyone's interested, it's not bad. It's kind of heavy, of course. It's heavier than my dirt bike, my CR250 I got. But those tires get a little squirrely, but it's not too bad. I mean, the weight kind of helps with the traction. And around here, the ground isn't exactly frozen because just 3 days ago it was 45 degrees, and now all of a sudden it's 20 degrees and 2 degrees at night. So the ground isn't quite frozen, so I can still get some good bite. I don't have any studs or anything. I'm running the stock tires. That's kind of fun. So anyway, it's probably going to be parked for a while due to, first off, money and also the weather. It's January in Michigan, so if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments, email me at, or just leave a comment here on YouTube. And yeah, this is review number 4, and hopefully I'll have some more once the weather breaks and I can really get some riding up north and get some miles in. I'll have or if I do an update or a tune-up or some change on it, I'll let you guys know what I find. All right, have a good one.